Hey guys, this is VTitan6 once again here, and yesterday I was going through my Reddit and I came across this Redditor who wanted me to check out his YouTube video or the YouTube channel which he started recently. So I checked out his channel and guess what? He makes videos related to Rainbow Six Siege, and that is my favorite game. So I decided to text him up and ask him if we could work together, and he said yes. In fact, he was an amazing person. You all should maybe go check out his channel. I'll just put it down in the description below. He does really good videos. I mean, his channel is not that huge yet, but his footages and the gameplays are really good. So we started texting each other and then we decided to work together. We had come upon the idea that we will make a collab montage. So where he would send in his gameplay footages and I would try editing out and making one montage for him. This was kinda difficult because we both lived in a different time zone. And then when he managed to send his footage, it was a little bit difficult because he did not know how to directly send me through his OneDrive. So he basically linked the video to his Twitter page and then sent me the Twitter link. So I had to find a way on how to download videos directly from Twitter. So I had to use an external site. It's called Twitter Video Downloader, and I'll say that it's really good software. Site. You don't even have to download it. You can just directly download from the internet. That is what made me really attracted to this site. So I was able to download. I couldn't keep the 4K resolution which she had sent me, but then I was able to get in around 720p, which I was pretty okay with. Unfortunately, the footage which she had sent me was not enough because there was around 4 to 6 videos, around 3 to 4 minutes in total, and it did not have much content, so I could make it into one big montage, or in fact it didn't have anything which I could use it as the starting footage. So I decided to make one on my own. So I just got into the game and tried to make a few footages from a custom game which I created. So yeah, this was actually fun because I like doing things like this, creating audio visuals, collecting footages, records. Yeah, so I decided to get in a good angle of the map house. Took me like 5 to 6 minutes, but yeah, I figured it out, a good angle to work on with. So I decided to take this for making the intro for the video. So now if you're wondering what do I use for recording my gameplay footages or display screen, I use OBS like many out there. OBS is just wonderful. So good, easy to use, and gives you everything you ask for. But I'm not going to be talking much about it because that is another video which will be pretty much long because of the functions and options it gives you. Yeah, so now heading back into the editing or the intro making part, I just put in the footage which is recorded from the game into Adobe Premiere CC. And again, one thing I have to make sure to say to you guys is the fact that this is not a tutorial on how to use Adobe CC Premiere, but rather I'm going to give you the things which you want to keep in mind while making a montage. First thing, as I've already mentioned, I guess, is to make a really good looking and a beautiful intro which attracts and makes people want to keep watching the video once they start watching your montage. So that is why I went through the whole trouble of making or finding out a new footage to make a really good looking and attractive intro. So once the intro footage was available, I just put that into my working space of Adobe Premiere CC. The next trouble I had to go through was finding a really good font, because font is another important aspect which is going to attract your viewers. Try to match the font to the background you're using. I did not want to use something really childish or something which was really funky. I just wanted to use something a little bit of aesthetic, at the same time had a little bit vibes which you could get from the Rainbow Six Siege. I don't know, I just decided to choose something a little bit spooky. I chose the font known as Friday the 30th. It had a little bit of deep vibe. But yeah, once you're done with the font selection and the intro footage selection, I would say go on and start making up a really good build or an intro footage. This is really essential. So now, things which you would want to keep in mind while making the intro or the starting footage is that try to make it a little bit more of a cinematic kind rather than using the gameplay footage itself. Try to record it using the theater mode which the game offers. If it does not offer, there are many ways to access and get theater modes of different games. Just as in Rainbow Six Siege, it does not offer you a theater mode yet, but it offers you a spectator mode, which is what I used to get this footage. Yeah, once that is done, make sure you use transitions and effects, which gives the viewers a professional edit vibe. So yeah, once you're done with that, try to export it using the maximum possible quality you can. Yes, maximum quality means more rendering time, but people want quality, and you just have to put in a little bit of time and effort, so you gotta have to wait it out. So once you're done with the exporting file, I think to keep in mind is go save this in the folder where you had saved all the other footages, because this is gonna make your work a lot easier. As your work gets progressed, it's gonna get more complicated in the later on stages if you're working on something bigger. So try to put all the files which you're working upon in one folder to make things easier. Now moving on to the big picture, it is the second most crucial part of montage making, and that is getting your music right. So a lot of people who have known, what they do is go find out the best and the most famous musics running in their time and put it behind the song or the footage which they have recorded. This is absolutely wrong. Why? This is gonna result in you getting copyright claims. Once you get copyright claims, it makes it very difficult, or in fact you cannot monetize your video, which means that you are not going to get paid for the work which you put into it. The credit or the money which is supposed to be yours will be gone to the creators of the music, which again is legally right. So what you're going to do is go search in YouTube for something known as a royalty free music videos. This is going to give you musics and videos which are having no copyright claims. Means you could use this and still have the rights of the video which you make upon to yourself. Spending some quality time trying to find the best music and the music which suits your video. This is really important, guys. Finding a good music to your video. Just try to spend as much time as you can. Go through different YouTube videos. You don't have to stick to YouTube. You can go search for it in Google. You can search for it in other platforms. But yes, try to find a really good music or song for your video, because this is another factor which keeps people from continuing watching your video. The next thing I would say is that once you download the music, just keep in mind the creator which you have borrowed the music from, because you have supposed to give credits to him. Yes, this is not necessary in some cases, but I would say give the rights or give the credits. You don't want to give them rights, sorry, you can give them credits. You can just mention it in the description or somewhere in the video and say that you have used this music from this so and so called creator, because this actually makes people visit their video or creation, which also allows them to grow, and that is how a community grows together. Now coming back into the editing part, I have placed the music which I've downloaded to my workspace. The third tip I would want you to keep in mind is the fact about synchronizing the music and the video. This is again another crucial part, synchronizing the music and your video. So when the beat drops, you want something really attractive or something really interesting to be played in the screen in front of you. And another important fact or a thing you can keep in mind, the first beat drop should always have the best video or the best footage. Why? Because when a new person or a new viewer comes to your channel or your montage, they're gonna wait for that first beat drop. So if that first beat drop is not interesting, they are gonna stop watching right there. So yes, make sure you save the best footage for the start. Yes, the start. Another thing which I would want you to keep in mind is the fact that yes, you may have around 10 to 20 minutes of footage, but do not put all that into one video. When you're starting a YouTube, a beginner, what he needs is a lot of videos. So I would recommend that split the content you have. If you're having 20 minutes, split that into 5 to 4 videos and upload it 4 times. The more videos you have, the better it is. And that doesn't mean you have to put in 1 minute montage. No, 3 to 5 is the optimum time or duration a video should last. So the much content you have, the much you can split. The more you split your videos, the more videos you have. The more videos you have, the higher probability of your videos being recognized by the YouTube algorithm. Another important tip which I would want you to keep in mind while uploading a montage video is that getting a really good looking thumbnail and a really good looking or a really attractive title. Yes, these two factors also play a big role in getting people to click on your video and get you that views which you're looking for. When it comes to things you should not do while making a montage is trying to steal other people's contents. I've seen a lot of people trying to slip in few footages which are not theirs into their videos. This is not a healthy way of gaining views. You not to sort of this kind of malpractices. So yeah, that's it. Basically, I'm done with making the video, and let's get back to where we started out with Sparky XY05. So once I was done with the editing, I decided to send him back the video which I finished like I had promised him. So that was it. That was the end of the journey of our collab. So guys, I hope you have found this video fun and helpful in any way. I will link a small part of the video which I edited in the end of this video, and I'll also put in the description the completed video. You can go watch it out from his channel. So whatever it is, love you guys.